I've been many times as the president visiting Teto. It happened in Teto.
In Teto, yes.
And other cities being predominantly inhabited by Albanians. And I have never encountered that type of problems. Never, ever. And I can tell you that I've not been always taking with me the interpreters.
You understand Albanian, Mr. President?
A bit of that, but not because of that. You know, the people, Albanians, everybody in Macedonia know quite well who Stevo Pendarovski is, my political and human profile. But when you are encountering or meeting the people with the credentials in this area, I mean, coming from the party, which is deemed as a nationalistic for 35 years back, then that's the reason why the people said, aha, what about the speaking in Albanian language? Cannot invoke any single situation when something like that happened to me, or if something of that happened to me, I have a few Albanians in my vicinity. They will come and I have an interpreters as well, but I have a half of my councillors being Albanians at that time. The guy who I just mentioned is one of them. And the people know who I am, and the people know who that lady is and who her party boss is. And that's the reason why, being in the Albanian inhabited areas, they are more frequently than facing that type of questions and comments. And after that, journalists left simply that press conference. No, just to say one example from my personal experience. When coming to the president, the first week, I have completed my stuff. And what is within my constitutional prerogatives, I have put an ethnic Albanian to be the national security advisor, which never happened in the history of this country. And I have put the director for the foreign intelligence, an ethnic Albanian, to be an ethnic Albanian. I have not put them because they have been ethnic Albanians, but both of them have all the credentials needed for that position. And before signing the decree for both of them, I have consulted with everybody of our relevant and strongest strategic partners. Do you know what was the reaction in both parts of our society, Albanians, Macedonians? Then Macedonians said, Pendarovski is Albanizing the whole office. It never happened. And allegedly that in these very sensitive organs, I don't know, intelligence and defense, then the rest of the people, being, of course, mainly ethnic Macedonians, are not going to give the trust, are not going to trust the president and the commander-in-chief because he has put, I don't know, few Albanians around them. On the part of the Albanian political parties, it was even more peculiar reaction. They said, you should ask, if you are willing to put some Albanians in this or that position, you should ask us about the names. Then, in a kind of informal vetting, to ask Albanian political parties to put a few of the guys there.
Like in the other institutions?
No, I am their boss. I am their boss, not you. So they would like that political party, you know, we have, not only on the Albanian part, everywhere, we have unbelievable level of partization of all institutions, from the top to the lowest level. And no one would like to see that anybody is so independent to pick up his stuff as he will. So that's the problem. And speaking about the security services and or defense department, unfortunately, what I'm seeing in the last year at least, with the new government, they are putting again overwhelming number of ethnic Macedonians in the vital positions. For example, there is no, as far as I know, there is no any single ethnic Albanian, a counselor, advisor to the president. There is no any single Albanian advisor to the Ministry of Interior, Ministry of Defense. So in this instance, for intelligence agency, the director and deputy director are ethnic Macedonians, which never happened before. So that's the reason why I'm saying that if ordinary people looking into the TV and following your statements, and you are in power, you are easily recognizing your pattern of thinking, of mode of thinking. And you are not saying that we dislike Albanians or we prefer Macedonians, but from these kind of moves, everybody can understand what is the path you are taking.
Mr. President, I want to pass on this